Hello there my fellow holotable heroes, and welcome to another Rise of the Relics territory battle video guide. You'll be able to find this and all my other TB guides on my SWGOH for Life website. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. There'll be a link in the description below. In this one I'll be covering the missions on Corellia. So first I'll go through operations, the modifiers here that we do have in these battles, and show you some of the teams that you can use to get this done, and then finally show you the teams I personally tried and how they work to get max waves for you. Okay, so let's first start with reviewing the operations. Now this sometimes can be a little bit confusing because, for example, here level 3 is the first one. So if you don't feel any operations, what will happen is that enemy ships will have extra health, extra speed, and at the start of the battle, the cooldown of cold reinforcement is reduced by 1, meaning the enemy can bring in reinforcement straight away if they choose to do so. They always do that. If you do fill in 2 operations, then you will take away their health bonus. With 4 operations, you will actually take away their speed, and if you fill in all 6, then you will disable this bonus altogether. So not really too crazy, I think, this modifier. And anyway, let's look over now through the mission modifiers that we'll have. Scrum Rats. So the start of the battle, our random enemy gains Coaxium, which can't be prevented or dispelled, and when they're attacked, whoever attacks them gains this status effect. Not really making a huge difference. This, as you can see, a little bit of extra damage and speed, reduced accuracy, you can ignore the taunt to target this character, and things like that. So not really powerful modifiers, I think, in this one. So let's start with the mission review now. So this one here, you need a Qira and Young Han at relic 5 or above, and then any other units there. So this is the team that I personally was able to get to work. I just tried it, it worked really well. Obviously, we've got other combinations, maybe with dash, or you can throw Galactic Ledger Terrain there, but just this basic scoundrel team, the OG1 prepared squad, did really well for me. So I'll be showing you that later on in the video. And then let's look at the Dr. Aphra mission. Obviously, I do not have Dr. Aphra, so it's not something I'll be able to try myself and show you in this video. But from viewing other footage, it seems like, just using Aphra, then her 2 droids, and then any other kind of 2 dark side droids, or Darth Vader or Kersantan in there. It seems like, they do the trick here. So let me know if you are able to do Aphra mission, how that one is working out. Now, Jabba, unlike other missions, has some additional modifier here as well, so some extra stat boosts for the here scoundrels and things like that. But again, I don't have Jabba myself, so I'm not really sure how difficult this mission is. But again, from looking at other people's footage and notes, it seems like it's not all that difficult. You just throw in Jabba and his Hot Cartel squad in there, and they should be able to take care of business. And let's finally get to the mission that probably everybody can actually attempt. Like the other 3 are very specific, require very specific characters, so plenty of flexibility here. Definitely probably one of the most popular ones is a Palp Mara team, and then just any kind of free Empire or Sith units that you have left over after you completed your attacks on Mustafar. So I'll be showing you this team, and then as well I was able to get it done with Rogue One, just for fun, because we do have to relic up these guys for profundity, so they can also get away with max wave, and a couple of other teams as well that other people suggested, like CLS Rebels and Shakti Clones. Personally, I haven't been able to try them out because I always platoon, CLS and some clones and things like that, so I never have all of them available to try this out. And then let's move on now over to the fleet battle. So there's a different modifier here, but again, same as with operations, same as mission modifier. It's not really all that effective, to be honest. You just get cargo ship kind of summoned to the field, and this is pretty much it. Nothing really to shout about in here. So you are facing the Executrix, and there are 2 fleets that I'll be showing you. You can either get this done with Executor or Malevolence. You are forced to start obviously with the Landos Falcon, but doesn't even matter, to be honest, because the rest of the ship will carry the battle for you quite easily. Okay, so we finished all the overview, so let's now go over to our first mission for today's video. So I'll be showing you the gameplay from my Qira Young Han battle. As mentioned before, just some standard smuggler squad here. Let me show you the mods. Obviously I did mod these guys for some speed, so hopefully we can get out there, get a few plays going, I actually modded my nest for damage. Vendor Chewbacca, you want to mod him for health, so he's very durable. So you know, he can hopefully revive somebody they've taken out. L3 there for the pre-taunt. And then finally Young Han modded for damage as well. So hopefully once he starts stacking the damage, he can do some big hits as well. Anyway, let's hop in the battle and let me show you how I approached it. There we go. Enemy by far much faster than me, even though with a lot of speed. Obviously L3 is getting lots of bonus turn meter. Let's just go ahead, get her going. And now we can call somebody for assist. Just call Nest there, maybe get an expose. Perfect. So the target number 1 here should be TIE Fighter Pilot, I think, because his AoE applies buff immunity, and as you can see, I've got their buff immunity on my Vendor Chewie. And obviously with Vendor Chewie, if he's buffed, then you will be getting less damage. You'll be getting reduced damage when guys attack you. And there we go, got prepared now as well over on my Chewbacca. So for example, if they do take L3 out, he'll be able to revive her. Let's heal everybody up with L3. I'm just constantly here going after Pilot. Really don't want to deal with another buff immunity. Got him down finally. Going after Scout Trooper next. Although from later on I saw actually Stormtrooper should be a priority. Just because of his unique, you know, the more of his allies you defeat, then he can do more damage with his basic. So definitely I think he should be high on priority list as well. Obviously the commander there is a little bit annoying with healing, but eventually you do get these guys down. You know, Han kind of keeps stacking his damage. L3 healing everybody up, and you know, we're in good shape now, back to full health and protection at this point. So just going through commander here, just kind of using basics, making sure I do save my special attacks for beginning of wave 2. Now here it's going to be a similar approach. I do want to take out TIE Fighter Pilot first. Let's go ahead, actually call Han for assist. There we go, got him down. Let's just use basic. I don't want to lose prepared on my Vendor Chewie in case they defeat somebody, but on that, same thing, keep going after TIE Fighter Pilot. You don't want, again, buff immunity sticking on your guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, luckily we do have some counterattacks here, and obviously Nest on her basic she exposes. TIE Fighter Pilot didn't do his AoE, so no buff immunity. So maybe I got lucky there, I'm not sure. But anyway, to be honest, even L3, you know, she kind of quickly cleanses that off. I even have tenacity up on my guys as well, so they would be able to, I guess, resist. But let's just keep going. Come on, almost got Pilot down. Nah, he resisted the stun. I think one more hit there from Vendor Chewie, and that should be the end of him. Oh, he was able actually to take that hit. Okay. Okay, there we go. That should do it. A big hit from Han. Let's go ahead. Boom, there we go. Perfect. So we TIE Fighter Pilot down. You know, you don't have to worry about his buff immunity, so you should be good to go here. I just decided to go after Stark maybe, because, you know, he's got AoE that can dispel the target and things like that. He as well gives extra defense penetration to Imperial Trooper allies, so just a little bit reducing their damage. That's why I prioritized him next. Come on, almost got him. There we go, finished. And now remember I said Stormtrooper is a threat? Stormtrooper's up next, so he doesn't increase his offense too much if you leave him to the end. These guys could potentially, you know, one-shot your guys. Now there are 2 Stormtroopers to work with. Now if they do get a taunt, obviously Nest on her basic, she can dispel defensive buffs. So this will a little bit help you to remove the taunts from them, because remember, if they do have taunt, they'll be removing turn meter from you. My Qira there is a little bit low there, but even if she would get defeated, as you can see, Vendor Chewbacca, he does have prepared, so he would have revived her right back up. So that, you know, it's a pretty straightforward battle from here on out. Just kind of keep going. There's lots of survivability on the team between, you know, getting health steal there with Qira. Also, you with her, I believe it's her unique that actually does protection, or is it her leadership? Can't remember. That adds a protection recovery. Must be on her lead, right? That adds protection recovery, so you can quickly heal back up. L3 constantly taunting, being annoying as she always is. As you can see, it does take a while to burn through these guys, because especially for the commander, he does have a heal. But I really want to get Stormtroopers out first before I take care of the rest. I don't want them doing any big hits on my guys. You know, there we go. Just going through Stormtrooper commander now. So these battles do take a while because we don't have a whole lot of damage on this team. Han is slowly ramping up, and obviously whenever we do get exposed on Nest basic, that helps a little bit. But on that, there we go, boom, down he goes. That was it. I earned some get free currency for my guild. Okay, so now it's time for the only mission probably that everybody can attempt, because it doesn't have any specific unit requirements. They were very specific here on Corellia with what we need to use. So as mentioned before, I'll be showing you two teams, first Palpatine and then Rogue One. So let me first start off with a Palpatine squad. Okay, so let me show you the mods. I don't think I actually already modded for this one. It doesn't seem too difficult, to be honest. I do have actually some potency on my Palps anyways. I do have speed on my Vader, you know, so he can hopefully get going, get your turn meter train rolling, some speed on Throne as well. But again, nothing, you know, too crazy, just whatever I have on these guys. Mara as well. It's definitely good to see that, you know, that you don't need to remote for every single mission. Bringing in Short Trooper for the pre-taunt just in case you don't want to lose, you know, Palp or Mara. The other guys are expandable though. Okay, so they get going. Okay, perfect. Short Trooper there, tank a few hits. Now I can get my thing going. Obviously get the debuffs from Vader. So once, you know, you do throw the Culling Blade, those debuffs expire, and then this fuels turn meter then for the rest of your squad. So I'm just gonna head chuck it, fill the turn meter. Now it's Mara's turn to get going. Let's get tenacity down, let's get shock, and from here on out, you know, it's pretty much game over. Like Palp and Mara, keep everybody shocked, stunned. This is pretty much it. So the overall strategy is get shock on everybody, and then you can just keep using Palp's basic over and over again, because he will be gaining a bonus turn meter for each shocked enemy. So the more shocked enemies he's getting, the more turns he will be getting, and this is pretty much it. Just keep them stun lock, shocked, and let these guys get to work. Similar thing here in the second wave. Just gonna start off here with a Force Crush, go into Merciless again, throw around some debuffs, chuck the Culling Blade, feed their meter to my team, and then rinse and repeat from previous wave. Get tenacity down, get shock, get stun, and once you do have shock on everybody, just keep using Palps here basic over and over again. If you want, you can again apply stuns, but remember with Palp's AoE, the enemies that he will stun, shock will expire then, so just make sure to reapply shock on them so you can get the Palp train. Definitely bringing in the tank raid vibes back. I think was it in phase 3 we used to do that. We put shock on all those droids and then just keep using basic to give Palps basically almost unlimited turns. Almost, it's not quite a loop. I think he's like gaining 90% or something in total, because you can see enemies are slowly getting taking turns. But it doesn't matter, just kind of again going around, putting more debuffs around, keeping them stunned, fractured, everything really, to be honest. So definitely here, Palp Mara, very easy win. It does take a while because these guys are very durable, but still, you know, once you get going, you can probably just hit auto at some point as well. I just like to play manually because, you know, it is a game, it's something I like to play for fun. Okay, so we got first team out of the way. So another one I tried for fun as well was Admira Raddus Rogue One. Now I did actually put a little bit better mods on these guys than I normally would. So I modded their Raddus for speed. I put potency on Cassian, so hopefully his debuffs, especially ability blocks, can land. More speed on Jean. Beastan, just kind of as well put some speed on him. And then here we go, Pathfinder, make him very tanky, very durable. But anyway, if he's defeated, you know, we got revives, like Pathfinder revives himself, Jean's got a revive, and then Raddus on his mini ultimate as well. Okay, we go. Let's see if we can get a stun. No stun, but I did get a pushback turn meter, so that was pretty nice. Let's gain protection up, and same things before, just trying to prioritize TIE Fighter pilot here. Don't want to deal with his buff immunity. Alright, let's get Frenzy going. So we'll be getting lots of turns now with Bistan. It's not like it matters, like he does a lot of damage. Stuck behind the taunt there from First Order Stormtrooper. And as tempting as it is, once download progress is complete, that you want to unload it here, remember you can only use it once per turn, so I would suggest to keep it for the second wave, because as you can see, this first wave is under control here. I don't really need it between, you know, other abilities from Raddus that he's got a cleanse and protection up. You should be good to go here to clear up these guys and then save your ultimate for when you really need it to get out of the pickle in the second wave. So that would be my main advice. There we go, got him down. Let's move on to the second wave up next. Alright, I guess let's get Frenzy going, and we'll again try to prioritize TIE Fighter pilot. Let's go ahead here. Maybe I think Imperial Officer's got a nasty AoE. Let's push back his turn meter. Let's get some hopefully ability blocks. Let's see. Let's try an ability block Stormtrooper so he doesn't taunt. Perfect. Okay, now they get a few plays going. Let's actually give turn over to Cassian. Now we can hopefully land there a copy ability block over to TIE Fighter Pilot. Let's see how much damage we can do now. I'm going to unload my ultimate now because I'm not really doing a lot of damage. So if I disable their protection, maybe things will be better here. Let's go and have a look because these guys are putting a lot of damage. Let's again try to keep that guy under control. Keep going after TIE Fighter Pilot. There we go. As soon as he's down, obviously, we'll be able to get our buffs going, and that's it. Obviously, things will be easier if you do have probably their Omicron on Cassian, but as you can see, he's not in it at all. We got things under control here. Pathfinder there revived himself quite easily. Finally, we got these guys without their bonus protection and everything, so we should be able to clean them quickly. Although Stormtroopers there are quite durable, but remember, we still have self-revive with Pathfinder whenever he has a buff, which is pretty much constantly, and Jean as well can revive as well. I think her AoE needs to like critically hit two targets or something like that for the revive to trigger. But we got these things under control. We could just hit autoplay at this point, to be honest, and you should be good to go. So there we go. Raddus as well worked pretty well, even without Omicron. On Cassian for 2 waves there. Just remember to keep your ultimate. Okay, let's now head over to the fleet missions. As mentioned before, I'll be showing you 2 teams. So the first one is with Executor. Obviously you're forced to use Lando's Falcon in the starting lineup, so here I'll just be doing Razor Crest and Houndstooth, and you get another Houndstooth. Even though it's not a Houndstooth, it's just a generic cargo ship summoned to the field, and they do get as well Ghost over there is their cargo ship. By that, you know, it's a straightforward thing. It's pretty much a standard Executor battle, to be honest. You just go ahead here, get some assists going. Okay, they get an AoE out. Might lose a Falcon here, doesn't matter, to be honest. Doesn't really do a whole lot. Let's get a mark over on TIE Advance. So when we do bring reinforcement, we can go ahead and take it down. As the first reinforcement, bring in Xanadu Blood. We get now Retribution on Houndstooth, which, as we all know, is very, very annoying for the enemy. Okay, they get some, what is it, TIE Interceptor in, but obviously doesn't look like they get all the bonuses from Interceptor, so they must have a ship there that stops their bonuses from happening. Maybe that cargo ship summoned prevents those bonuses extra that you do get from a full Sith / Inquisitor / Empire squad, or maybe there's one of the reinforcements that is not Sith, Empire, or Inquisitor. So for next reinforcement, I'm just going to bring in IG here for some increased damage output, and I'll just go ahead their TIE Fighter next. Alright, let's go ahead, finish it off. There we go. Let's go ahead, finish off TIE Reaper next. Come on, 1 hit, 2 hit, almost got him. That should finish him off. And now we just have to finish off the last remaining here ship. Yeah, it's just a summon. Usually summon units, they just escape the battle when they're last one. In this particular case, not. So I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, the other option here I tried out as well was Malevolence. Just start off with Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid, and then the rest of the Separatist ships as the reinforcement. And you know, you get those buzzes spread. Again, Lando's Falcon, it doesn't even matter if he dies off or not. We're just gonna go get those buzzes going, and then hopefully we can, you know, do some damage. Okay, let's go ahead and get some this overcharge over on Hyena Bomber. Then I can go ahead, put buzzes, hopefully burn here for TIE Bomber momentarily. Just basics. There we go, got him down. Might lose the fake Houndstooth in a moment, but doesn't matter, it doesn't really do a whole lot. There we go, blow up, TIE Advanced. Have to go after now TIE Fighter as well, and just finish off their cargo ship, and this is pretty much it. So definitely seems like, you know, the fleet battle here is really kind of straightforward here in this mission. Alright guys, that's all what I wanted to show you in today's video. Hope it was useful and helpful, showing you, you know, the overview of Corellia and then the teams I tried that worked really well. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.